Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Millionaires. I'm Brian, and today we've got massive news that has the entire XRP community buzzing. If you're an XRP holder or just watching this asset for a potential breakout, you'll want to hear the latest developments that could redefine the future of this digital asset. Let's dive right into the breaking story. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, has just given the green light to ProShares to launch not one, but 3 XRP futures-based exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, with the official debut scheduled for April 30th. This is a monumental leap for XRP's integration into mainstream finance, and it comes hot on the heels of Ripple's decisive legal victory over the SEC back in March, which finally erased those lingering regulatory clouds over XRP's status. So what does this mean for XRP? First off, price action speaks volumes. In anticipation of the ProShares ETF launch, XRP's price has surged remarkably, climbing to $2.34 and marking a more than 6% gain in just 24 hours, and about a 480% leap over the past month. Trading volume has exploded, up 132% in a week, indicating a dramatic upswing in both institutional and retail demand. Let's break down the 3 new ProShares ETFs set to trade this week. They are the Ultra XRP ETF, offering 2x levered exposure to XRP, aiming to deliver twice the daily return of the cryptocurrency's price. The Short XRP ETF, providing 1x inverse exposure, so traders who anticipate price declines can potentially profit. The Ultra Short XRP ETF, giving 2x inverse exposure, allowing even greater amplification of short positions. For investors, these new ETFs mean you can now engage with XRP's price action in multiple ways, bullish or bearish, and do so without directly holding the actual cryptocurrency. This mirrors earlier ETF strategies we've seen with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's a move that brings rapid trading, greater accessibility, and regulatory oversight to the XRP investment ecosystem. Now you might be wondering, why is this launch so significant? Well, approval of these products by the SEC couldn't have come at a more pivotal time. Regulatory clarity has always been a key concern for U.S. crypto investors. The SEC's decision to let these ETFs proceed signals a clear shift toward a more crypto-friendly stance, which is already driving unprecedented institutional inflows. For broader context, ProShares' launch comes mere weeks after Teucrium introduced the first XRP ETF in the U.S., a 2x leverage product that saw over $5 million in volume on its first day, the most successful ETF debut ever for the company. And let's not forget 9 other firms, including big names like Bitwise, 21 Shares, and WisdomTree, have filed for their own XRP ETFs this year. Wall Street is definitely waking up to XRP's potential. And if you think this is a US-only phenomenon, think again. Just this past week, Brazil approved its own spot XRP ETF, fueling additional global momentum. With all this happening, what's next for XRP? Analysts are closely watching technical and psychological price levels, with the $2.40 breakout a focal point right now. Major technical indicators are pointing bullish. Bollinger Bands are widening, suggesting rising volatility, and the MACD, that's the moving average convergence divergence for you technical traders, has crossed into positive territory, confirming upward momentum. So could XRP be on its way to $5 or even $10 by the end of 2025? Predictions are all over the map, but bullish analysts like John Squire see $3.63 within reach based on current technical patterns, and a push could follow if this ETF-led buying surge continues. Some long-term forecasts even suggest $27 or higher by 2026, depending on further spot ETF approvals and large-scale adoption for cross-border payments. However, a quick word of caution: crypto markets, and XRP in particular, remain highly volatile. While the momentum is undeniably strong right now, always factor in your own risk tolerance and do your due diligence. Macro factors like Federal Reserve policy or global trade news can still shake things up. Before we wrap up, it's worth noting that the next big date to mark on your calendar is May 22nd. That's when the SEC faces a decision deadline for Grayscale's high-profile spot XRP ETF application, a possible game changer there if approved, as it would allow even simpler access for investors by directly tracking XRP's price rather than using futures contracts. To recap, XRP is in the spotlight like never before, with new futures ETFs set to launch, surging volumes and prices, and an increasingly supportive regulatory landscape. Whether you're a seasoned XRP investor or just getting started, this is a critical time to stay informed and keep a close eye on fast-moving market developments. That's all for today's breaking XRP news on Crypto Millionaires. If you want to stay ahead of the curve with daily updates about XRP and the hottest trends in crypto, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Share this video with your fellow crypto enthusiasts. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What's your XRP price target for 2025? Are you bullish or cautious after this ETF news? I'm Brian, and I'll see you in the next update.